welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we're going to do a general reading, so whatever comes up. Let's call in spirit with some wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. It's pretty early in the day to tell for me, but looks like beautiful weather, so that always helps. Alright, let's see. We'll start with the Fairy Lenormand. Oh, that's so sweet. I have good feelings about this reading, you guys. We have a masculine who's in love and very loyal. There could be something that, honestly what I'm getting is there's somebody who's maybe been a little bit hesitant, maybe not even expressed how they feel for this feminine energy, but there's something that has happened in the surroundings that has asked this masculine maybe to defend her reputation or to go to offer some help to her. And he's being kind of like overwhelmed by feelings of love and loyalty, wanting to be there for this feminine energy. Yeah, there is, however, an obstacle in the way with the mountain coming out here. So we have the mountain and the ship. Someone could be going on a journey, and that journey is seen as an obstacle to somebody being able to maybe start a relationship, maintain a relationship, or somebody is concerned about whether or not they could join this journey. We'll continue with the gold foil tarot. Alright, so we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse and the Two of Cups. Somebody is putting down a rather difficult burden where it concerns I think, romance. So there could be somebody that is working up the courage to let go of, for example, the fear of rejection, the fear of abandonment, codependency. We have somebody here who has been pensive, thinking about somebody for a long time but not doing anything, who I believe is kind of getting a nudge from spirit in terms of something happening to give them an opening, a reason. Yeah, because they've been sitting in this indecision for too long, hiding their love. Hidden energy of the Ace of Cups. They've been trying to blindfold others around them, or maybe even themselves, in terms of how they feel about this feminine energy. So we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. Somebody feels that a lack of planning could be an obstacle. We have 222. And when I see that, I feel like somebody's on the right path. So this could be one of those situations where things just fall into place, oddly, very easily. even though maybe two individuals here are both viewing this need for a plan as very critical or important, don't go away. Don't leave. I think this masculine is worried the love of his life is walking away. Just the way that this dog is looking at this little fairy and this Lenormand card is like so sad, you guys. It's like so much regret, you know? Like, I wish I would have told you kind of feeling. So there, as I mentioned, there might be some like scandal or drama, toxic behavior happening in a social community. There might be a truth coming out that has put some people on the spot in terms of how they acted towards this feminine energy. And in this chaos, in the midst of this drama, there's good news. This complete obliteration of a foundation or a facade, it feels like, is bringing about an opportunity for a ray of sunshine to come in, some kind of message of hope or love. We'll continue with the Morgan career. I always forget the last half of that, you guys, I'm awful. I just saw Justice flip over, so I feel like we have a lot of karma at play here for multiple individuals in terms of how they acted in this, you know. It feels like, what's that show called? I think it's called like Bridgerton. I don't really watch that kind of shit. Although I did see an episode of it, I think, maybe two, and it was kind of like that, like Pride and Prejudice feel, or like Downton Abbey, where there are just too many people involved. Like, so many fucking meddlers, so many people who don't know how to like speak their truth, so many people who are like tiptoeing around somebody they're using for money or clout. It took a while. But we have somebody here who has seen the intrigue or the gymnastics that people go through socially as folly. This person, this masculine energy is saying, I know what I need to do. I'm able to do this thing. I believe it's explaining to the feminine energy why there was rejection in the past, possibly at the hands of this particular individual, and likely due to external influences that were dishonest. So there's this sense that I have to apologize, but it's worth it, because there's more than one thing that has to come to light. And I think this person realizes if they don't have this conversation, this information could get out through other means, because we have obviously a very active social community here. They really don't want this feminine energy to leave. This is the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Rods, or Knight of Wands in the reverse. So the Eight of Cups was more like hidden energy. It's almost like there is some air of mystery around this departure for this feminine. Like, people are expecting her to just dip and not say goodbye. I think this masculine wants to go with her. I think that's part of the indecision. He's trying to figure out a lot of things all at once. If you're the masculine in this situation, might I just recommend that it sounds like a conversation could clear up some of these questions that you have? Because it looks to me like you're wondering whether or not this person still wants something with you or would be interested in something long term. Because if she's walking away, one would think she doesn't, but I feel like your intuition is telling you differently. We have 3 knights in the reverse. Excuse me. 2 knights and a king. King of Rods in the reverse. Everyone's been trying, excuse me, everyone's been trying to stop this feminine. Like, it may go beyond, please don't leave. It may be, I'm just trying to, like, fuck your day over. But I feel like there are multiple admirers in this situation. People who are used to being passive-aggressive or using manipulative tactics to get what they want instead of just being, oh, I don't know, honest. Oh, there's a kitty cat down here. Ham bones under the table. Alright, let's see. Page of Pentacles. Sideways. I really feel like there is a sense here that this feminine energy has been maybe recognized late in the game for who she is, but she's already like, now I'm done here, class dismissed. And she's working towards this new beginning. There may be a project she's working on that she has seen success in recently, because we have this clarifying the good news card. But I also feel like there's communication coming in. I think there's far too many people involved, that there's been a lot of drama and lies about this feminine energy, possibly all, relating back to who is she in love with, who is she dating, who is she spending her time with. We'll continue with the Marigold Tarot. If this is resonating for you, go ahead and give me a like or a subscribe. Let's do that. Yeah, this masculine energy would like to express his emotions for this feminine energy and why he didn't express them earlier on. It feels to me like there was a missed opportunity here. Maybe he was dishonest about how he felt when she opened up about how she felt. This could be somebody who didn't want to deal with competition. If he feels like this is, like a Queen of Wands kind of energy, he may have felt like she wouldn't have been loyal or chosen him. Or she's an Empress, and in addition to having multiple suitors, she probably is also very intuitive, can see through the bullshit, and might be a little intimidating. Because when we have the Empress, we have all 4 queens, right? So that would be the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. And I guess the easiest way to say that is, if you're in a relationship with a, let's say, Queen of Cups, she's known as a sweetheart. There's fewer dimensions, right? Fewer layers to the onion, if we want to go Shrek about it. If you are dealing with an Empress, you have somebody that has mastered how to read a situation, figure out which queen, shut the fuck up, which queen in the deck she needs to whip out for that particular situation to handle that situation. She can be loving, she can be reliable, she can be loyal, she can be very intelligent or strategic. She can also like totally cut you off. She can tell you to go to hell. Like, this is somebody who lets you decide which queen you see, I guess, based off your behavior. So there could be some people that are intimidated by this feminine energy, and that might explain why there were so many mind games or people trying to stop her. This is a feminine energy that has had a string of bad relationships that have created this strength or self-love in her. She is able to bounce back and heal herself very quickly with Temperance coming out here. We could have somebody with some Sagittarius in their chart. And in the absence of marriage, this female, this feminine energy has built a strong foundation on her own. So this Empress, she could be a single mother, she could have started her own business, she could just be, you know, rocking and rolling on her own and making it look good, and people are like, what in the fuck, how are you doing all of that? It's like you're roller skating, carrying a tray of food while smoking a cigarette and like drawing a profile of somebody. Like, how are you doing all of these things? It's like when you're driving on the highway and you catch somebody who's driving, shaving, and reading the newspaper, and you're like, okay, buddy, good luck. We have the Seven of Wands coming out sideways. So the only one that came out as a king is this King of Rods in the reverse. This could be a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And I feel like this masculine energy has approached this Empress in the wrong way in the past. Possibly out of anger, maybe started a fight with her or spoke out of turn or disrespectfully towards her. And it's due to it being the wrong time. There was a defensiveness here on the masculine's part because he didn't really see this feminine for who she was. Possibly because of all of these other low vibe a-holes. Wow. Judgment. He sees the truth now. He sees who's betrayed him. He sees who's been loyal. And he doesn't see much loyalty around him, unfortunately. What he does see is that this feminine has always been loyal, or honest, or direct, respectable, respectful. And it's making him question whether or not it's time to burn down this network, to change who's in his life. If this is resonating, give me a like or a share. We're going to switch to the situations deck here and get a little bit more information since this is getting a little juicy. So there could be a family at play here. Remember, I did mention we could be admiring a single mother here as the Empress, but we could also be just talking about the fact that this community of friends are fucking immature. They need to grow up. So beyond that, I think there's a message here for the two lovebirds that even with all of the stressful situations that have happened as a result of those around you, don't forget to enjoy a little bit of playfulness on your own. Do what you can to let go of, you know, these burdens that other people have placed upon your relationship and start fresh with this Page of Pentacles, you know? You're both thinking of each other. someone wants to like be close to you. Like, if I say what I heard, it's super creepy, but like, someone misses how you smell. Super weird. I don't know, maybe you think that's sweet. I suppose it can be. I think it was an It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode, or it may have been How I Met Your Mother. It could have been both, but I feel like there was an episode that studied the idea of really creepy things being sweet, dependent upon how you feel about that person. I think it was How I Met Your Mother. And so you probably think this is sweet. They want to talk to you. They want to ask you not to leave their life. They might not necessarily disagree with you leaving the community, because it feels to me like they're done with a few of these folks as well. Somebody is trying to decide whether or not to make a surprise visit, or if it would be better to try to set something up in advance, right? Like reach you by phone first. They want to reconcile. Alright, so we're going to get some Romance Angel Oracle, since there's clearly a little bit of tension here. Oh, really? Somebody's very serious. And yet, there's this sense that they fell in love, maybe both people here, on very little information. I feel like it was a very brief encounter, not like a one-night stand. It might have been. I feel like for the majority of you, this was like, you know, a week or two, a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. But you didn't really get to know each other because this person was talked out of you by people that didn't have their best intent or their best interests at heart. And they let themselves get a little bit too preoccupied by their thirstiness. There's a lot of sexual tension here, you guys. It's not a bad thing. It'd be a great honeymoon. Alright, we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. But it doesn't matter because you already are like magnets. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the reading and that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for the support.